Okay, hey guys, welcome back to the Friday morning Team APS Yu-Gi-Oh news segment that's still kind of unnamed right now.
I told you.
What is
I'm lobbying for off the top deck.
So that's what you guys are gonna have to beat.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. We'll try to actually get that poll up this week. But yeah, every Friday we're going to upload this segment. Of course, if you didn't, watch the one last week, we covered
Early Friday mornings.
early Friday mornings. We covered the ban list last week and a couple of cards from Ignition Assault. This week we have
Quite a few topics.
a fair bit of news. So
There's a
New
lot of
cards.
new cards.
a lot of new cards. What's the first story?
Powerful cards.
including Link VRAINS 3, even though Lord knows when we may get these cards, but
A little unlikely.
We've been getting more of them and faster.
3 new cards just got announced for it. Link God Dragon.
They're gonna change that name.
A retrain of
Five-headed, right?
Five-Headed Dragon. Selene, the Sacred Sovereign of Magic.
I know you'll like that. You play
That's a
Endymion.
lot of
That's an
S's.
Oh,
Endymion
that's
card.
triple S instead of triple M. And
Was that on purpose?
Yes.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Predaplant Verde Anaconda.
That's the one I think everyone's really talking about.
Kinda.
Okay, so Link God Dragon, just real quick.
Yeah, what do you think?
So I actually have its effect right here.
Okay.
It's a Link 5 monster.
Actually, one of the effects
Link
isn't
five.
bad.
So this is the second Link 5 monster,
Yeah,
right?
the first
Yes,
one is what
first
the
one is
fluid
Firewall,
thing?
Fluid, Dark Fluid Dragon.
At least
Okay.
the legal Link 5.
Yeah. So if it's Link summon using Dark, Earth, Water, Fire, and Wind monsters as material, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls.
Nope.
It's also unaffected by other card effects, and it can't be destroyed by battle with a Dark, Wind, Earth, Fire, or Water monster.
Can only be destroyed by Light and Divine.
And once per turn during your opponent's end phase, banish 5 cards from your GY face down. If you cannot, it gets sent to the grave.
Man, that's rough.
I feel like it's a good.
It's like an enthusiast card, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think you're gonna sack 5 monsters just to summon that.
Especially like 5 of different what deck's
That
gonna
takes
be
a
like
lot.
True Draco.
Element savers?
when's True Draco gonna make an extra deck monster? If I have all the
you asked what deck can make it, and I gave
yeah,
you
okay,
one, so.
fair enough. Well, what is the Sovereign of Magic? I know that's you were
I
saying.
love that
Triple
card.
S.
You get 5 counters just for summoning it.
What you
It's
do?
like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Okay, if it's Link Summon, place spell counters on it equal to the number of spells in the field and in the GYs, so probably a lot.
A lot.
While an Endymion card's in the field, your opponent's monsters can't target it for attacks. During the main phase, you can have a quick effect. Remove 3 spell counters and special summon a spellcaster from your hand or GY in defense position to zone it points.
So that's a free
like-
Jackal King right
She's
there.
pretty potent.
She's a Link
She
3
is.
too.
Link,
Link 3 with good arrows as well.
Link 3, including a spellcaster.
So 2+ monsters with this. That's so easy to summon.
At least
It
she's
is.
not an Endymion monster.
No,
I mean, would that have
I
changed
think you're
much?
right.
Well, she won't be protected by her own effect.
She's not.
Wait, no, she is.
She is
They
an
can't
Endymion?
target this card for attacks. While
there's an
Endymion
Endymion.
cards.
Oh, okay,
so if
never
she's
mind.
alone though, then she's not protected.
Yeah,
because
but I
she's
mean,
not.
You're gonna have
gonna
another
run out the
Endymion
other guys.
card.
They're gonna be
even Citadel is probably if it's probably on the field. You just have
Ooh.
spell
Yeah.
counters.
It's
on
a
spell
big
counters.
bank of spell counters.
Big old bank.
Now here's the big one: Predaplant Verde Anaconda.
I think this is the one most people are talking about as far as
We're not getting it for like another year.
Because you
we're
can,
not.
because you can make it.
I highly
into
doubt they're
anything.
just gonna hand us this.
So yeah, it's a plant link. It takes 2 effect monsters, which I didn't initially realize. It's
Very
generic.
generic.
Good arrows. You can make a monster in the field become dark. That's not the big deal.
No one cares.
Pay 2,000 life points. Send 1 polymerization, normal or quick play spell, or a fusion normal or quick play spell from your deck to the grave. This card's effect becomes that spell's effect, but you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn.
You're saying I can finally use Ancient Gear Fusion from my deck?
Get out.
You can use any fusion from your deck. I think this is actually a really big deal.
That's like the most
Like,
application people talking about is the good old super poly straight from the deck. Just to,
yeah. Which I guess, viewers, something to note about this is if you do use Super Poly's effect with this card, your opponent can chain to the Predaplant monster's effect.
You can.
So it's not like Super, but you don't have to discard as a cost.
That's
You
true.
don't have to pay any cost for any spell effects activated this
So
way.
you don't have to worry about costs or conditions.
The cost
on
is
cards.
just the paying 2,000 and the
Yeah.
sending of the.
What's interesting about this though is that they did balance it with you can't summon monsters for the rest of the turn.
Can't
Special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. So basically, this needs to
Whatever
be
you
like,
bring out with
It's
the
the last
fusion
thing.
monster is the last thing that comes out.
which I think was a good balancing
I-
mechanism. Because you know how cards like this can get in
I
Yu-Gi-Oh.
think it'll be a good I guess anti-meta strategy for some of those. Just like, oh, they have a big powerful monster.
Or it's the new like capstone, the new Orcus capstone at the end of any strategy that summons 2 monsters.
Yeah, then you just end with this and like dump out whatever strong generic.
You make you make your Cyber Dragon Infinity, and then you just drop him next to it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I guess the big question though, as is the case with all of these, really, is
when we gonna get them?
Yeah, like we still haven't got Needle Fiber. Will these cards ever make it?
We're not getting Needle
There's
Fiber.
no promises.
Y'all can hang that up.
Yeah, unlikely. Probably not happening.
But you players don't know how to treat good things.
Yeah.
So, in the vein of new cards coming out, have you guys heard about Legendary Gold Box 1?
No. Vaguely.
So, it was the one that came out with all the crazy new designs. It's like mashups of monsters. We have Elemental Hero Neos Kluger, which is, I guess, a better Neos Wiseman.
What is that fuse of?
It's Yubel and Neos.
Really?
Yeah. So Wiseman was supposed to be a fusion of Neos and Yubel, but he wasn't even a fusion monster. You have to control a Neos and a Yubel to summon it.
You can probably tell he's a hero/Neos player.
I know a little something. We also have Shooting Star Dragon TG expansion.
So that's Stardust plus like a TG monster, I believe.
Yep.
What does that card do?
It's got like, so when a monster effect is activated, targets a monster you control, you can banish a tuner from your grave, negate the activation, and destroy the card. So that's actually very good. And then also, when an opponent's monster clears an attack, you can negate it, and during your opponent's turn, if this card's in your grave, you can actually tribute 2 synchro monsters to bring it back.
That's gonna be a
Pretty
doozy
strong.
to kind of bring out though in today's rules.
It's a
one
bit
tuner
tough.
synchro, one non-tuner synchro.
It asks for a lot, for sure.
And then, is it really better than the Excel synchros that TGs have access to already?
I don't think.
I think this is kind of more just anime type, anime fan
I feel like
stuff.
Starters get a lot of these monsters. They're just like, oh, it does a whole lot.
Yeah, a
But
lot of level
Are you
10s.
really
You're
gonna
bring
make
it
it?
out, yeah.
I mean, if his name's not Quasar, right?
All right, let's talk about the real monster that everyone wants to know about.
I was
the thing that people
trying to
actually
hide
are
this
going
one.
to make it.
But the reason they're probably watching this video is Dragon of Red Eyes.
Dragon or Dragoon?
Dragoon? Is it Dragoon?
I've never known. Leave us in the comments. Like, how do you pronounce? I'm thinking Dragoon. But then again, Dragoon's like already a word with 2 O's.
We have a King Dragon in the game already.
Either way, so it takes Dark Magician plus Red Eyes B Dragon or 1 Dragon Effect monster.
Finally, a good Red Eyes card.
Oh,
So neither player can
It's not a
target.
Red Eyes card. It's a Dark Magician card. Calm your.
It doesn't say
Calm
Dark
your
Yeah,
Magician's
it's,
name.
Calm your things.
so neither player can target or destroy it with card effects, which is great protection. And during your main phase, you can destroy a monster your opponent controls and burn them for that monster's attack. You can use this effect a number of times up to the number of normal monsters that were used as fusion material. So you'll always get 1.
Normal monsters. You will always have 1.
You'll always have 1. You could have 2. And then once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, you can discard a card, negate the activation, destroy that card, and then this card gains 1,000 attack.
It's like a mixture of Lord of D.
It's like everything.
It's a lot.
What's that?
So,
Like Lord of D, Dark
Paladin.
Paladin.
I was watching like a video from Lithium about like he'd already made, a Dark Magician deck that was using this.
Of course he did.
I mean, it's Lithium, of course. And I think this is actually probably one of the best like anime boss kind of monster things in recent, right?
I'm
I'm curious. Can you summon it off Eye of Timaeus?
Yes.
I think
Yes,
so.
you
Yeah.
can.
I suppose
You can just
so.
use that 1 Dark Magician.
You can
And
use.
You still get the 1 pop and the.
You can also
negation.
use the new Dark Magician fusion spell, the quick play one that got announced. We talked about it last
the quick
week.
play
actually.
fusion ritual card.
Yeah.
Ooh, we just doing anything with these cards.
So I guess is the proper way to use this? You kind of run a Dark Magician deck and you just tech in like a single Red Eyes, or vice versa.
I think
I
Dark
think the
Magician
mo-
has the easiest application. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they
But
already.
but it's not something you're gonna bring out up front because the Dark Magician strategy is still you're circling your eternal soul.
Yeah, that's true.
And
And
Red Eyes.
you don't off that strategy you don't get anything for summoning it like you would some of the other fusions.
True. It
say
doesn't
this
really
card is
doesn't progress your strategy. It just says your opponent's gonna have a hard time. And that's true for both Dark Magician and Red Eyes. It doesn't help either strategy. It's just another big
just
guy.
another kind of very very strong efficient monster.
And we will see him in the metagame.
Also, be looking come Dark
Oh, yeah.
October.
Come next week, yeah. Larry's got
That
some.
Dark Magician deck profile.
He's got some dark magic
Dark.
planned for
Speaking
you
of
guys.
which,
Dark
But
ride.
well, more about that later. Okay, so
Tell you about my Dark Ride.
Pro Play Tour Columbus. That is something I want to briefly cover because it is, it happened last weekend. It's a series of tournaments by Pro Play Games. It uses the new ban list, so technically speaking, like as of the time of recording, it's been the first like legal event, sort of, kind of with this. The top 16 results were interesting. So there were 5 Orcus decks that were a combination of Pure and Danger, 2 Subterra decks, 2 True Draco, a Salamangrate, a Thunder Dragon, Altergeist, Mech Knight, Infernoid, Paleozoic, and Shaddoll Dinosaur.
Kind of
what
scattered there.
won?
So Subterra Guru Control won, and I think it was against.
Best deck this format.
Yeah.
Get out.
So that's the thing about this. Like some people are kind of like, how valid are these results? It was very short notice type of.
I think because from how you were saying, it was very. They kind of decided last minute that they were going to go ahead and use the new format.
Yeah,
for
so
this
I'm thinking
tournament.
players like didn't
So,
have lots of time
Off
to.
the,
That can be
two-
tough.
Two Draco, 2 Subterra.
Like an interesting thing is like no Sky Strikers, no Endymion showing up. Kind of odd.
Maybe only one Widow Anchor is just too much to like try and like play through it.
Do you think just people just chose to avoid those decks because
You don't
it's
want to
like-
take that immediate risk.
Yes.
Your deck just got hit, and it's
It's
just.
like
That's true.
I don't know how I'm gonna play with this now. I'm just gonna play something I know or something that's true and tested, like True Draco.
Yeah, so no pun intended. So I mean, an interesting thing then, I guess, is this weekend when you guys are seeing this video, this coming weekend, we'll actually get to see, perhaps more of what the format has to offer in more official.
A true
events.
meta test and breakdown. See what's actually good.
But shout out to Pro Play Games for actually like putting these events on. Like I think it's cool that there's a place that's not Konami
Yeah,
that's
just they
still
hold
doing
competitive
this stuff.
events.
Yeah. Oops. You might hear us. Okay, so
Just disappear.
before we go into the next stories for the week, we do have a couple of interesting tidbits and channel announcements. So, first, we have 2 new segments that we've introduced on the channel just this past week.
So Alex has his lore segment.
I think
Yeah.
a lot of you like that. I kind of just, I won't say threatened him, but
I mean,
I voluntold him he had to do it.
yeah, right now he's covering the World Legacy story. So that's going to be a 4-part series. Part 1 is already up, of course, but part 2 will be coming out this weekend. So definitely pay attention to that. And also, Calvin.
If I could, also leave a comment on which lore series you want him to cover after World Legacy.
Also that, yeah.
True.
And Calvin has a new segment where he's playing every Yu-Gi-Oh video game ever released. So he started with Forbidden Memories that just recently went up the other day. And yeah, check it out. I guess the next one will be... That was on PS1. I think Dark Duel Stories comes next.
So is he trying to go in order of like when they were released?
Yeah.
Is he also gonna play like the ones on like handheld too?
Yeah. Well, probably with
Does
emulator.
he have
right?
those? Oh,
I mean,
But funny story. I actually just completed like the Arc V story mode in Legacy of the Duelist.
Oh,
That's-
how was that?
That story is weird.
I know nothing about Arc V, so like I hear there's some souls and stuff.
I'm 4 guys now.
4 guys in 1.
Do I want to know what that
He's
even
single,
means?
ladies.
So
4 guys, 1 deck.
So also, we're doing a sweepstakes right now. So
That's right.
Tell them what they win.
you can actually win a, oddly, trip to Japan. All you have to do is submit a screenshot with your favorite card from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links.
That's it.
And that's like all you have to do to enter it. All the information, I'll have it in the video description. It's a Gleam giveaway. You just have to submit a snapshot, and that's it. And
I wish I could answer.
and we'll also
Why
have some.
can't you?
I mean, yeah, you can. You play
What?
Duel Links.
I can
For a change, it actually we can enter it.
we can answer.
We need to do that.
Don't even bother, yeah. Don't even bother.
And also typical ad and sort of sponsor bits.
TCG player. You know what
Yes.
they do. They give you all your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Check the link in the description below for our personal code, where if you buy something using that code, we get a small percentage back, which helps us with the channel things and as far as travel and getting us to those events. Because I'll be hungry.
Yeah, that's what it's for.
And inked playmats. I'm not rocking the shirt today, but
Bum.
ink playmat will let you take any image you want, and they'll just throw on a map for you.
Any image?
They have any image you want. It can be of your family. It can be of a card. It can be an original art piece.
Your favorite waifus.
Speaking
You
of
know.
images, by the way, a little tidbit I wanted to share. It's not really a news story, but since we're kind of sharing tidbits, there is actually an Instagram account called Spaced Out, and it's a guy. He's been posting these like wood burning Yu-Gi-Oh card artworks. I don't know if you've seen them.
He like sets the cards on fire.
So like it's like wooden art. Like you were saying earlier, you know somebody in real life who does this.
They do it. They like there's like an etch machine. If they anything you can put, they just throw it on.
So,
Yeah,
like
I'll show it up on the screen so everybody can see. There's some lewds. He does some interesting anime lewds, but he does
look at that.
but he does have Yu-Gi-Oh art. So if you're interested in that, he shared a lot of it on Reddit, and that's how I came across it. So it's some interesting Yu-Gi-Oh art if you're into it.
Have a picture of burned on your wood.
There's a little bit more in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
in
there's
there, man.
a lot of things, but if you're into Yu-Gi-Oh, it's cool. And maybe he does commissions. I'm not sure, but that's kind of more.
That's between you and him.
Yeah.
It's not our business.
Okay, so next thing. The Chaos Impact sneak peek is actually this weekend. So that'll be tomorrow or Sunday when
They
you're
actually
watching.
just got a huge influx of those
Oh, yeah, some news.
spicy
Prismatic
Oh, yeah,
secrets.
the new
right?
secrets.
prismatic secrets.
Or alternative secrets. I don't know what we're calling them.
Don't matter.
So the 4 cards that are Prismatic Secret Rare this time around: IP Masquerena,
Ooh, that's gonna be a lot
Gorgon,
better.
Empress of the Evil Eyes,
Some people.
Sorry,
want-
Alex, you're not getting that card now.
Salamangreat Pyro Phoenix, and Unchained Twins Arwa.
What you think about Pyro Phoenix, Salaman? Great player.
Not a big fan. I mean, I don't know.
But if you got
can
it in
throw
prismatic, though, you have to play it.
Yeah, if I get a prismatic one.
More like you have to sell it. That's what's really gonna happen.
So definitely check to see if your local card shop is going to be having a sneak peek. I encourage you to go. We actually won't be having one in our area, but I think Chris and Calvin are going to be going to one. So
Which one are they going to?
the one in Shreveport, Louisiana.
They're gonna have to pull a prismatic for us.
Yeah, we should go there, but I don't know. So either way, those are the cards. We will be opening the set though next week when it formally releases. We've got a really exciting, interesting box opening challenge planned for that, but I won't spoil it just yet.
I'm not looking forward to it.
And
I'm
also,
gonna be an angry person.
I think it'll be fun. I think you guys are gonna like it. And also, the 225th YCS was teased. So for those of you guys who don't know, every 25th YCS is kind of special, I guess, in Konami's eyes. We went to the 200th YCS in Columbus, Ohio
That was
last
fun.
year.
That
Really
was
good
fun.
event.
Tell me about it.
Larry wasn't there, but
Oh.
he'll be at the 225th, hopefully.
Hopefully.
We don't know when it is, actually, and we don't know where it is. Last time they had it in 3 different areas, the U.S., Mexico, and the Netherlands, but they said that this time it'll only be in one region, presumably the U.S., but who knows.
Antarctica.
And they revealed a playmat.
Why would
and
it be in Antarctica?
that'd be the best place. And then Marincess is the top tier deck, and then some ice thing. Anyway, the playmat that they revealed is the Flame Wingman playmat, and I think it's the retrain of Ultima Zolkin as the field center.
the Link monster
Link
one?
one. I really like the mat. I'm a fan of original heroes, so it looks cool to me.
Yeah.
Call you more than a fan of original heroes.
So we'll see if, there's probably going to be more information about that shared soon. So hopefully, probably in the next few days, to be honest.
I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
think they'll put a little bit out as more time goes by.
Whatever happens, though, I will be probably making an honest attempt to make it to that event. Sounds like fun.
The old college try.
The old college try.
I hope it's in Europe somewhere.
Okay, so any other news bits? I believe that covers everything I had. You guys got?
Be checking soon for my segment.
Oh, yeah, Larry's got a
It's up
segment.
pretty soon.
We won't spoil
So
it.
no, but it's coming. We're still working out the kinks, trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna do it. So
And also,
stay tuned.
Darktober. We're going to have some dark-themed deck profiles coming up soon.
That's right.
Lots of dark things going on.
Spooky things, scary things, creepy things.
And that's it for the Friday news update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know any, thoughts, feedback, stories to cover, a name for it. We'll try to have one for next week. we
What was
promise.
your name, Larry?
Was
The name for the segment?
off the top deck,
You gotta beat off the top deck.
or just top decking.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, of course, give it thumbs, subscribe, and make sure that you catch next week's.
Tell your friends. Go out to your nearest, highest, tallest building. Shout it from
Scream
the
Team
rooftops.
APS from the rooftops.
Whatever works.
Don't hurt yourself though.
We won't tell you no.
That's going to be it. See you guys in the next one.
Pass turn.
Pass turn.